Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. Steve Sipress here, and I mean, everybody is talking. What's topical? What's in the news? Everybody's talking about the slap heard round the world. It's the first time anybody that I can possibly imagine has cared at all about anything going on in the Oscars. I take that back. My beautiful wife Michelle likes to record it and then blast through it in super fast speed. She says, I just got to see what people are wearing. And she'll tape like the pre-show or something. But like, I don't even know if anyone ever hears of any of the movies of these Oscars, or who cares, or who gives a rip about anything about these pampered, spoiled, just moronic entertainers. Speaking of which, that's what everyone's talking about. Talk about a weak moment for Will Smith. I mean, you just got to feel bad for the guy. There's got to be something really going on with this guy to create such amazing weakness that when a comedian made a joke, bad joke, good joke, stupid joke, whatever, he decided to commit an assault and battery in front of millions and millions of people all over the world. Like, how weak do you have to be? You see what behind me up here? Rhinos. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rhinos in my collection of rhinos. Rhinos have thick skin, unlike Will Smith, who obviously has incredibly thin skin. And if you make a joke, which, by the way, I saw the replay, I finally had to watch this thing. I came to two conclusions, by the way. Number one, no, it is definitely not staged, fake, pre-planned, scripted, whatever, obviously not. And number two, how incredibly weak of Will Smith to be that thin-skinned. I mean, there are so many better ways when you feel wronged by somebody than to commit violence, especially on camera for everyone to see. Like, just got to feel bad for Will Smith. There's got to be some real demons going on inside of him to have that thick skin. I mean, I'm just glad he never went to a Don Rickles performance, for crying out loud. The guy insulted the entire audience or whatever. I mean, and when I saw the replay, Will Smith even laughed or fake laughed or whatever. I mean, these are all actors, but he responded appropriately to a joke, as dumb as it was, and gave a little chuckle and a laugh. And then 10 seconds later, he's marching up on stage and making an idiot out of himself and a criminal out of himself. Just now, later on, I saw some recording, some non-apology apology, where he said, I apologize to all the audience members or my fans or whatever, and didn't apologize to Chris Rock, the guy he had battered, a comedian who makes a joke. I mean, I have a client who's one of the top comedians in the country, and I just can't imagine what this is going to do to the future for all comedians. I mean, comedians can handle hecklers. People that are drunk say something stupid, whatever. They're going to say something right back at them. Do they now have to be afraid that if they say something right back at them, or make a joke about someone or anyone in the audience, that somebody that knows and likes that person or has something to prove, or is so weak and frail and thin-skinned like Will Smith that they're going to get up and assault the guy? What if they have a knife or a gun or any kind of weapon, or they can actually harm people, unlike Will Smith, who, second of all, I mean, if you're really going to, like, hit somebody, be a man. Like, hit him, not just a slap. But man, take care of this stuff in private, will you? Obviously, he could have seen Chris Rock backstage anytime he wants, or any other time. He could say, don't ever do that again. He could have walked up like Chris Rock apparently, I think, thought he was going to do, is walk up and say something. Although, since they're all actors and it's a big entertainment thing, Chris Rock was kind of smiling and laughing. Uh-oh, what's going on? Will Smith is going to go, don't you ever boop-a-ba-ba-boop-a-ba-ba-ba. Obviously, apparently Chris Rock did not know that this was a disease he was making fun of. I don't think comedians want to make fun of people's diseases. That was the false claim that Donald Trump was making fun of a paraplegic or quadriplegic or something because he was a paraplegic. Of course not. He was making fun of the guy because the guy was a buffoon. And here, I don't think Chris Rock would make such a tasteless joke. But even if he did, like, have some thick skin, guy. Have some self-respect. Don't get up there and make an idiot out of yourself. Commit a crime. Be a fool. Show how weak you are, that you've got to violently, physically assault and batter somebody over some words. I mean, it's a good thing, I guess, Will Smith, Chris Rock didn't say anything bad what is it like? They on the schoolyard of the Yo Mama jokes, like Yo Mama so fat when she goes around the house, she's really around the house. Like, whoop, would he get up and slap the guy? I mean, from what I remember of Will Smith, and I don't remember much, but I've seen some motivational videos from him, and he was like in movies with his son and saying all kinds of motivational things about his son, and how when he was coming up in the ranks and got his TV show and he would do rap, he wouldn't do the old you gotta murder and then do sex and rape women, and what he wouldn't do that kind of rap. He was like, I'm above all that, and then all that goes away in the blink of one stupid, weak decision. So, not much of a business lesson here other than in general, in business, like Will Smith said in that apology speech I was alluding to, he said, you gotta have thick skin. You got to understand in the entertainment business, people are going to come after you. Well, the same thing as a business owner. You got to understand, especially if you're doing any kind of effective marketing or advertising, there are haters. There are people going to come after you. You're going to have complaints from customers. You're going to have complaints from employees. You're going to have complaints from suppliers. You're going to have all kinds of problems with all kinds of people. And if every single time somebody says something about your wife or your sister or your employee or you or your company, what are you going to go smack them in the face? Like, come on now. Be strong. Be a rhino. Have some more common sense. Have some more self-control. Have some more self-respect. Have some respect for people around you. Be a real man. And don't let your emotions get the better of you like that and lash out or think that somehow you're doing that to prove what a tough guy you are or how you're defending the honor of your wife or any kind of BS like that. Just cut it out. So do as Will Smith said, that expect that people come after you, have 2-inch thick skin like a rhino, and deal with it in some other way other than flying off the handle in the moment and doing something completely stupid. Right? So do as he says, not as he did. By the way, Chris Rock, lifelong Mets fan. And as a lifelong Mets fan myself, I believe that's why Chris Rock was so able to just take that slap and not retaliate and move on and go on like nothing happens. Because as a Mets fan, you're used to, shocking, embarrassing, total defeat and getting smacked around. And like, that's what it's like being a Mets fan. He was like, whatever. Got smacked. I'm a Mets fan. I'm used to that kind of stuff. Not to mention, obviously, he had the thick skin and was the true professional because he could have lashed back. He could have said something. He could have slapped back. He could have done all kinds of things. He did not. Chris Rock is how you want to act. Not the stupid joke part. I mean, whatever. Comedians, sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Sometimes an ad hits, sometimes an ad misses. Sometimes you talk to an employee and sometimes you get through to them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you talk to a disgruntled client, sometimes you get through to them, sometimes you don't. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about after somebody does something incredibly stupid / illegal, disrespectful, whatever it is. Hope you're able to have as much class and handle it as well as Chris Rock did. So do as Chris Rock did, not as Will Smith did. And that'll do it for Topical Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. Catch me back here again tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. I will catch you then. Am I going to smack the camera? No, I'm not. Over now. Bye-bye.